Hello, hello. How is my name? These are beautiful times. It's beautiful times. It's festive season. People are excited and all that. And I know that around this time again is the time where majorities secretly ask themselves questions about their lives. Am I here again? Is this happening again? Is this my life again? Am I still dealing with the same kind of people, same kind of behavior, same patterns? And at times the question that we dwell on is why me? At times is how did I end up here? And how do you deny yourselves the lessons? By denying that it happened. Because at times with the expectations of how it has to be, how the society expects things to be, we want to pretend that hasn't happened, and we'll rather just push it aside and continue with that secret pain, continue with that questioning of ourselves, not wanting to talk to anyone about it because it's too much, it's shameful. I haven't achieved anything. Most of the time we look at things, material stuff, to say what is it that I have to show off or to show to other people, and we start judging ourselves, and we go into that hole where whenever we beat ourselves, like we are repeating that whatever that happened over and over again, and then we deny that happened because that's the only way for us to move on, pretend it hasn't happened, and maybe wallow in gossip, wallow in blame, wallow in pointing fingers, wallow in something, even if it's drugs or alcohol, and we know where that leads us. And that's the easiest route that majority of people take. I have taken that route many times. And as majority of people say, and probably you know, that the past does not define you. And if you don't know, I'm here to tell you that it does not define you. But does it mean that we have to push the past aside? Do we have to pretend that the past never happened? I don't think so. Because if we pretend that it has never happened, then it means we denied the lessons that the past has had for us. And if we do that, then the chances of that happening again are very high. Because if we deny that it happened, we deny the lessons. And then we're going to move on as if actually we wouldn't have learned anything. Because the person who has learned something from that past, the person who has learned something from their mistakes, the sign to show that they learned is by not repeating that again. If you see yourself engaging in the same behavior, same patterns, then you probably haven't learned from the past. And the universe will show up boldly and ask you that. And how are you going to show up? Because how are you going to show up, react, respond to that is the sign that, okay, I've learned that. If at all it happens, how are you going to show up? It's your choice. And I'm calling you today to say that instead of wallowing in what should have been, what is expected of me, what is considered normal, what is considered success, can you define that for yourself? Are you willing to look at the mistakes that you've made and say that I've made these mistakes and I've learned? I embrace them. Because I know, because this happened, I am going to come out a stronger person. I'm going to come out a better person. I am willing to embrace these lessons and be proud of the person that I have become. I am not willing to beat myself over and over again because of something that happened, or how I reacted, or how I responded, or the decisions that I've made because I didn't know any better. Because again, what we don't realize is that by denying the past, we are also denying certain aspects of ourselves. Can you imagine if something happened and then you wallow in you are ashamed of that, maybe 16 years, 17 years, 25 years, 35 years, whatever age that you were when you made this mistake, you're ashamed of that aspect that did that aspect of you that made this decision, because it's not you. Even that aspect of you as you were a child, it's an aspect of you. It's not who you are right now. And maybe you've been treated so small, you've been belittled, you have not been loved. And you carry all this with you. You've made it your identity, but it's not who you are. How would it feel like if you love this aspect of yours? If you embrace the lessons that this aspect has learned? If you say thank you to everyone and everything that has contributed to you becoming stronger, because if you are here listening to this right now, that means you have come out stronger. You are here, you have survived those incidents. And to deny yourself the lessons is by denying the past. Pretend it hasn't happened. Erase it completely from the memory and erase the lessons that comes with that came with those lessons or those experiences. So I'm here to ask you, how would it feel like to embody all that, to know that this brought me to where I am, this brought this amazing being that I am, and I'm willing to become better because this happened. Not to wallow into say that because this happened, now I cannot be who I desire to be. You can be that and more. The only person that you need a permission from is you, not what would people say. What would people say is a lone route to suffering. It's you choosing to beat yourself over and over again. It's you choosing to suffer over and over again about something that happened once. And I think you've done a good job already. Are you willing to forgive yourself and forgive everyone who might have judged you, who you believe they made it happen? Although it came to you because it's a lesson for you that you need for you to become a better version of you. I wanted to ask you that. And if you find this helpful and you want to engage in more of this, I invite you to join me in other platforms. And let's have an amazing end of 2019, preparing ourselves to the upcoming year, because we are getting better. Whatever that is being showing up in our faces, the storm and whatever that is showing up, it's just building us up. It's bringing us to us if we embrace it. But if we deny it, we are denying the lessons. And the universe, because it's the law. It's the law. You can deny it or not. If you don't learn from something, it will keep on happening over and over again. You can be angry about it. It'll happen until you say, I have learned. And you don't just say that I've learned. You show it. You act it. You show up as that person who has learned. You're not going to blame everyone else. You're not going to sulk over something that's bad, as we call it, that is happening. You're not going to be ashamed and deny that aspect of yours because somehow something happened and I don't want people to see this version of me. I only want to see me as this because this is what is good. What is that? You are all that. Are you willing to love all these aspects of you and see the treasure that has for you? Don't judge yourself. Do not take baggage into 2020. Do not. You deserve to be seen, not to just be handled. And the worst betrayal is also not to see yourself and just handle yourself as a piece of crap or something. You don't deserve that.